water, an item that everybody needs, everybody uses every day, but yet 26% of the Alaskans don't have good water. Hi, my name is Ted Sadler. For over 50 years I've been selling furniture and then mattresses in Alaska, but I've got something that I have to tell you about it. The Alaska Great Water Challenge. Alaska challenged people to find a water system that everybody could have no matter where they lived, and it's been done and I've been shown. I am such a believer in this water factor that every home in Alaska, every business in Alaska can have clean water. I want to be the person known to bring clean water to Alaska. I want everybody in Alaska to have the same opportunity that my children have to drink water, to bathe, and to do everything that's needed with water, and I met the guys. Bob, what can you do for the Alaskans?
Well, my company, Ecovy, focuses on-site water management. Any water on your property, in your building, can be reused, collected, treated, discharged as necessary to reduce any problems with water and to have plentiful water for everybody.
You're telling me that we can recycle up to, what, 90% of the water?
Maybe, sure. Absolutely.
And where can it be done? Is this just with big buildings? Is it just with commercial?
No, our treatment technologies can be done in small homes, big homes, industrial applications, big car washes, hotels. We've designed a system with our partner here who can bring in fresh water, snow, rain, trucked in water, treat it to drinking water standards. You need very little. The water that we treat inside the home from your showers, your laundry, your bathroom sink is treated and reused in the house. That reduces your water demand by 60 to 80%. You can do all kinds of things with this water. We're testing it and demonstrating that it can be used for human contact, not necessarily for drinking water, but for showering, bathing, laundry, everything you need in the home except drinking. We have our fresh water for that. We're here today to talk about our research project. We brought in the University of Miami to do third-party testing to verify that everything is working as we designed it. We'll go through an optimization stage to make it even better, but we're confident it will meet the Alaska Water and Sewer Challenge requirements.
Yeah, my name is Oliver. I'm from Germany. I live in Belgium, but the company is in Germany.
The company's in Germany.
Yes, very close to the border.
Oliver, I was told that 95% of the water that goes through your body is from the system.
That's completely correct. So in my house, we decided to recycle the water. So we started with rainwater harvesting only, but then we added up a grey water recycling process. And now with a standard roof, we can collect all the water, nearly all the water we need. It's more than 95% of the water just by the roof and recycled again and again. So the size of the system simply depends on your requirements. Yeah? So if you are a small family, you go for a small one, a larger family for a larger one. So you can design the system.
So theoretically, homes and bush homes and people that live in Alaska, live out in the remote area,
yeah.
You would say this is a 5-person home, so you would design the water and the extraction system for 5. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
How do you keep it from freezing?
Okay, this is a good question. So normally most of the tanks are buried, so that you avoid the freezing. But if there's no possibility to bury the tank, then you have to find other solutions, insulation. We have to protect them from freezing.
Would you explain to me how the system works?
So we started with our company 25 years ago. And in the beginning, the rainwater was not known. It is more common to use only municipal water. Yeah? But then in the first areas, we saw problems, water scarcity, for example. And so we started with the development of a simple rainwater harvesting systems. But then finally we realized that more water is required. And so we added up further cleaning components. So for example, the grey water recycling. The grey water is dirtier than the rainwater, but with a good recycling system, you can reuse the water. And so step by step, the more scarcity we have, the more development is done to recycle more and more of the water, to be at the end independent from the supplier, for example, but on the other hand also to have better water quality. So today we have a lot of regions with bad water quality, even for municipal water. So we have trace substances in the water, we have hormones in the water, and this is accumulated more and more. This is a very big environmental problem for the future, and so we have to do something against it. If we collect the rainwater, for example, we have water free of trace elements, so why do not simply catch the rainwater? So we can use it, we can create very good potable water from this source. If we do not have enough water, then we add up the next cleaning step, then we add up recycling of grey water, for example, and so on. So finally, you can end up with being more or less independent, and this is a big advantage on the one hand for your health, for the economy, but also mainly for environment. Yeah?
And so really, let's take this down to the simplest level that we can get to. No matter where you live, you can have clean water.
Absolutely, and so it's so important what we see. We deliver complete systems in Germany for our clients. So this is one
all
thing.
all over the world.
Yes, this is the systems all over Germany, but then we deliver our core components all over the world. And it's so interesting now to see the development of the last years. So when we started with the company, in a lot of countries, rainwater harvesting was not allowed. Yeah? But finally, the authorities they realized that this was a big mistake. So, and more and more countries, of course it is allowed, but it's not only allowed, it's mandatory meanwhile in some regions, because they realized about the lack of the water we have. And so now we have customers all over the world. You can use so many different water sources. It is, this is our task, let's say, to explain to people what water source is to be used, efficient, and what delivers the best water quality.
Well, you sure answered a lot of questions for me today, but I think the most thing that the public would like to know is it's feasible for their home.
Yeah, this is a very good question. So, and now I'm traveling around all over the world and see the different situations. And one thing I would like to tell you is my experience is that very often in areas where we have no water, where we have water scarcity, the water rates are the lowest. And this is, to my mind, a catastrophe, because then nobody wants to save the water. So, but when you ask if you have a return of invest of the system, I can answer you that you will have in more and more regions a return of invest, and in some regions you will have a very quick return on invest. So this of course is the best if you have a region where you have a quick return of invest. Perfect. But also environmental way of thinking is important. Even in regions where we do not have return of invest, we do a lot of, let's say, good things for the environment. So at the end, the system makes sense to me always.